Good morning, campers. So let's do a reading. Today's collective, it's actually very beautiful. As I'd open a channel, I was feeling your energy. This collective, you would be very high vibration right now. It's like I was hearing that you're following your mission. You would know what your mission is in life. You would be doing some deep healing still, connecting to your path, to your mission, to your ancestors as well. I was hearing that you would be more connected than attached to your person, which is really beautiful. And I was hearing that you're not new to this journey. So this is the part where I say don't make this fit, right? Because this collective, I was hearing minimum 4 years since you met your person, since you got activated to your journey. So let's see what we're gonna do today. Let's go deeper. Let's maybe see if there are any shadows that you still need to, attend to. Maybe some messages from your guides. Let's start from your energy so you can really connect to this message. What is the energy of the beautiful feminine watching? Too many. I don't want that many. No, we want one. Some decks are just tricky. There's two, but it felt, so let's take it. Okay, we have Six of Pentacles, which is beautiful, and we have Two of Swords. I want to do two more. I'm hearing something specific. Don't play with me, because I'm going to switch you for another deck, okay? Don't know what's wrong with my decks. They just revealed. We have Three of Swords. That's interesting. That's interesting. One more. And we have Queen of Swords. That's really not 100% in line with what I was hearing, but let's see. For your two cards, your first cards, the Two of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, I was hearing that there is a decision. So either you're already standing in front of a decision, or it's coming in the next week, a decision. Something related to your mission, something linked to your mission, some choices linked maybe to your career. We can tap into your career separately in a moment. But I always say this to you guys, us healers, those of us who truly walk a very specific path of awakening, Kundalini awakening, spirituality, we're meant to live a life of service. We're here to serve others. We're not here to our own gain, our own, right? And on this journey, a variety of times we're being tested when it comes to that, because it's not given that we're good people. We have to choose every day, choose this journey, choose the life of service, choose the side of light, right? And some people do go towards doing more what brings more benefit. And I always say this, on this journey, abundance is supposed to be a byproduct of living a life of service, of following your mission, of truly. So I feel there may be a bit of a test coming in. It's funny because I'm not hearing that this broken heart is about your person. I was really strongly feeling in your energy. We're going to do another road to confirm, but I was strongly feeling in your energy that you are more connected. Yes, we always miss them. Yes, we always, there's a little bit of I wish you were here, I wish you were with me in the physical. But when we're healed, when we're balanced, when that attachment turns into connection, they're just there. It's literally, we are in union, right? Even though the physical 3D union has not come towards us just yet, we literally are in union. So I don't, even if there's a little bit of like this gooiness, or you have days where you think about them a little bit more, it's never to a level of heartbreak, because you're healed, right? So I feel it's about something else, something that perhaps, I feel this is about your path, speaking your truth. Maybe this test links to this. Maybe I'm hearing that if you choose the right way, there may be some disappointment when it comes to maybe family. That you're really going to have to speak your truth. You're really going to have to stand up for yourself. Strong boundaries I'm hearing as well. Let's see. Six of Pentacles, the Empress, the Empress. I'm hearing it's a test of your divine feminine energy. Because true divine feminine, we sit in stillness, we sit in self-love, we sit in complete trust to the divine, right? So we don't chase anything. We don't chase money, we don't chase career, we don't chase views, we don't chase followers. We allow things to just unfold. We show up every day to in line with our mission, living a life of service, and we trust that we will be protected, that we will be provided for by the universe, right? I feel like they want to strengthen your energy. So maybe we're doing your current energy, right? So maybe Six of the Sixth, I just heard 66, 6 of the 6th. Maybe that's an important date for some of you. We have 6 of Cups. I'm hearing nostalgia as well. Maybe you have to make a choice. I don't know why I'm hearing relocation. It may be just a detail for some of you, but maybe some of you, that choice is, will I move to really follow? Sometimes it is really hard, living a life of service. It means always choose our mission, always choose the guidance and the downloads that we receive from the divine. And if we're being guided to go towards a specific location, we just go there, even though it means that, if you're still in separation, sometimes it means moving away from your divine counterpart and where he lives. It may mean moving away from family. I was hearing past lives as well. There may be still some deep wound that is I'm hearing forbidding, but that's not the right word, stopping you from just fully taking this decision. Knight of Cups, Knight of Cups. You may be feeling a little gooey. You may be feeling a little emotional. We have it's funny, I was recording a message today for my stories, my updates, and I was saying that we have a very interesting, astrologically interesting weekend ahead. And we can be a little gooey. We can be a little emotional. So I feel there is some nostalgia in your energy. I feel there is some nostalgia in your energy. Nine of Pentacles. There's a strong earth energy, Virgo in particular, but Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, maybe detail for some of you. Cutting the cord, that's what I'm hearing. I feel this choice right now. This choice would be about that you feel that you're leaving something behind and it feels hard. So again, it's a collective. I'm hearing many things. It may be that you are being guided to leave a job that you've been on this job for many years and it was giving you security. It may be that you have to leave your hometown and you have family there and maybe some people even depending on you. Or it may be, I was also hearing that you now live in the same town as your divine, and this journey sort of pushes you to move to a different place. But I always say this, you guys, in the beginning of this journey, when we are in longing, when we get activated, we would literally do anything. The longing is so strong that many feminines move to different cities or different countries to be. Okay, I know what I'm talking about, to be where your divine is, because the thought of him being away, even if you don't see him, it's unbearable. The thought that he may call every 3 months to, and you're not going to be able to be there, it's unbearable. But I always say this, when we're ready for union, when we both are in our divine energies, he's going to find you in China. He's going to find you in Argentina. Wherever you are, he's going to come for you and he's going to claim you, because this is true divine masculine. He's going to knock on your door and he's going to be, I don't care what you're doing, where you're living. We're going to make this work because you're my woman. Okay? So it doesn't matter. The reason it matters in the beginning, because he's distorted. He's in his fearful lack mentality, distorted masculine, wounded feminine energy. So it feels in that wounding, in our shadows, that it matters, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. True love, if we're connected through lifetimes, through galaxies, through timelines, through red threads, how could the fact that we live in different cities or countries matter? When we're ready for union, things will fall into place the way they're meant to. So it really doesn't matter. And it's sometimes, I find that it is things like that, situations like that, all the situations that I mentioned, sometimes it is an ultimate test for the feminine, because you always have to choose your mission and what's good for you. You cannot be, the true divine feminine does not sacrifice herself for others. And it's difficult to really understand, right? Because we are embodiment of nurturing and caring, right? So we in reality, in our relationships, true relationships, soulmate relationships, reciprocated relationships, we give a lot. We give a lot of love, we give a lot of care, a lot of nourishment, we care for our masculines, right? So there's really this energy exchange, and spiritually we protect them, we pray for them, we meditate for them, we heal our soul. So we both feel, I talk about this all the time. But in this energy of providing for energetically, right, being there for other people, we are not and cannot be people pleasers and doormats, right? So if you do something that, again, it's what I always say, is it based coming out of love, or is it coming out of fear? If you do something, if you stay in a situation, be it place where you live or job that you do, and you feel uncomfortable, it feels like it's not my highest benefit, it's not my aligned timeline. No, all the signs, all the voices, all the guidance are saying to walk away, but you're staying in this because you have fear of walking away, or you have fear that things because of that will not align. You've really prolonging the alignment. Do you know what I mean? We should always, even if it doesn't make sense, this is true divine feminine, this is the level of trust that we have to have. Even if it doesn't make sense to us, if that's what I'm guided to do, that's what I will do. We're puppets in the hands of our higher self, in the hands of the divine, because they know better, they know more. They have access to information that that we're not able to access, right? So they see all past and futures and all timelines. So just the faster you want to get to your highest most aligned timeline and activate love and abundance on that timeline, the more you have to just let go and just release. Okay, you want to send me to Peru, that's where I'm going to go. You're going to send me to Canada, that's where I'm going to go. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't matter. So we always have to choose the alignment, mission, guidance, because this is our gift. We're connected to the divine, right? And I feel like wherever you are, they're trying to really build your independence. Maybe I was feeling that you're more connected and attached, but maybe there's some residual attachment that you need to really process, that you really need to go through, that you really need to close out. It will cause a lot of gooiness, a lot of nostalgia right now around you. Maybe you have to put in some boundaries. Maybe you have to, stand up for yourself and say, this is what I want to do. I'm sorry that, some people will be hurt in the process. But remember, if someone gets hurt by your choices that are not malicious, right? This is you choosing something that is best for you, and someone gets hurt in the process, it's their woundings, it's their codependencies, right? Do you know what I mean? All right, let's see what we want to do. I want to do a couple of these for you, and we're going to do some shadow work as well. Let's see what Spirit wants you. Message from your guides. Let's see. We have presence and peacefulness. Present, that's your first card. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. Yes. I really feel they're wanting you. So whatever the decision is, whatever the change is, it's like you're worrying what consequences it will bring, right? So you would feel it in your gut, you would feel it in your heart, this is what I need to do. But then you think, but if I do it, how certain things that I wanted in life are going to align, how they're going to be possible. Listen, I always say this, the how and the when is not your job description. It is not the job description of the feminine. We are the messengers of God. We go where we're told to go, okay? And it's funny, but it really, it seems like it's this control. Control is a masculine thing, right? So when we are in separation, on this journey, yes, I always say this, we have our inner masculine and our inner feminine, right? So we sometimes have to activate that inner masculine to do certain things that are very logical, that are very business, that are very planning in this physical life. But for most part, we stay in our feminine, and it's the divine that guides us. We learn to listen to that guidance, right? And when we get into union with our divine masculine, we submit to his leadership, to his guidance, to his control. We only have to check in and make sure that he's always aligned. This is our job. I talk about this dynamics very, very often. So sometimes you step into that overthinking, that distorted masculine energy within you, but what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, if I'm going to do this. If you really feel strongly guided towards something, just trust. Just trust. Just do it. I always say this, on this journey, if you're not meant to go to certain direction, you will not be allowed to go there. This is the beauty of surrendering, right? So if we're pushing where we're not supposed to go, doors are just closing. And when we finally surrender and we start doing things that are in alignment with our path, we're being rewarded. So through these rewards, they're like signs. The moment you take a big decision, I'm going to do it, something good happens always to confirm for you, yes, You are walking the right path. You are walking the aligned path, right? So things are just falling into place. Peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. I'm hearing with this one that we had a bit of an energy of peace. Where was that? Did I say that? I was hearing that with some of the cards that we were doing. I'm hearing that now. It's like you need to make sure that you live a peaceful life right now. So whatever you need to walk away from, remember, either if you live in a hometown, again, it's family, or you live somewhere where your divine is and you need to move away, or you need to leave a job, there's something in this situation that is disrupting your peace. That's why they're asking you, and sometimes us divine feminines, to really flourish, to really fulfill our mission, the environment that we're at, it's extremely important. So it's nourishing, so it gives us peace, it gives us stability, so we can really create, so we can really grow. Sorry. What else? Gratitude. I'm hearing trust with that as well. We have gratitude and we have self-love. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. You realize self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. And that's what I was talking about, right? Love of self is necessary. We have to love ourselves first. This is how we can create union with the masculine, because our masculines are always deeply rooted in the physical. So through self-love, we root ourselves again through our feminine portal with the divine, connection to the divine. And this is how we're able to love them and nourish them and nurture them and give them everything that they need to grow and flourish in the physical world, to staying connected to that frequency of unconditional love. So choose what's best for you right now. I feel like you're taking other people into consideration, whether that's your divine or your family or people who are dependent on you. Choose you. What is it that you want to do? Imagine that the whole world disappears. What is it that you want to do? And gratitude. What I was hearing with this one, maybe you were finding yourself right now, you are in this place of decision, right? You are in this place, a bit of a decision, bit of a test. I feel like it's an important moment in life. You would be thinking, oh my God, why? It's taking away my peace. I have to take decisions. I have to make certain steps. What's taking away your peace truly, it's your indecisiveness. The moment you decide, everything feels released, right? That's how it happens. So instead of, I always say this, it's hard and we constantly have to remind ourselves of that. Always stay in a state of gratitude. So always say things like, thank you for this test, it's helping me to grow. Thank you for this challenge, it's helping me to grow. It's showing me the farther along the way this journey we are, the deeper the tests, right? Because the wounds, again, some things are not visible. Something to a normal observer, you would be completely good and completely healed. But remember, us healers, us truly awakened, we are held to a different standard, right? So for most people, true success would be, surface level healing and some healing some wounds and being better, and that's a huge progress. But for us, we're held to higher standards. We truly have to stand in light to lead others to alignment, right? Let's do 4 more from this deck. What else? What else, guys? Unity, virtue, respect. I'm hearing certain things. Intolerance, spontaneity. Okay, we have unity, virtue, respect, and tolerance. Unity, you understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. What I'm hearing with this is that the message that I'm receiving is that the love that you share, the love that unites you, is not just love for the two of you. It's not just love to be together and be happy together. You have a mission. Twins have a mission on this earth, and the mission is to be the beacon of that chain reaction, that ripple effect in others, to show others the right way, the way of patience, the way of kindness, the way of forgiveness. So sometimes there's certain things that you have to do, that this is why separation exists, so we can heal, so we can find our mission, so we can be fully established in our authenticity before we're ready to complete that mission together, right? But the mission is always above, and I don't know why I'm hearing this. Maybe it's something that will be relevant to you one day, and this is why they're preparing you for this. But divine relationships, divine connections, when we are in union, they're not always your traditional relationships, right? It's not this relationships that, oh, we're union, now we're going to get married, we're going to get a house in the suburbs, and we're going to live happy ever after, right? Because you have a mission, and that mission always have to be one of your priorities. So it may happen that you may have to, for some period of time, live in different cities or live in different countries, right? Or that one of you will have to travel a lot. I've made a video about this some time ago. If I find it on my YouTube, I'll put it on the screen, as I always do. But we are meant to break the paradigm. We're meant to teach people that love is love. Love doesn't mean that we have to get engaged, meet each other's families, get married, buy the house in the suburbs, have children, and right? Our life is a mission. So some divine counterparts, some do get married, some decide they won't, some do have children, some don't, some have a beautiful relationship when you live together. But I find that sometimes there is still, I don't know how to explain this to you guys. We're meant to show people that love is love. When you love someone, you don't need to be in their pocket every single day. You don't need to control them. You don't need to see them. Obviously, when you love each other, ultimately you want to build a household together. You want to live together. You want to spend time together. That's normal. That's natural. It's something that our body craves, and it's something that our soul craves. But when we're healed, we don't have this, oh my God, he's going to be away for 3 months because he has to work and I cannot accompany him. What's going to happen? There's no fear, because our love goes beyond, like I said, beyond this world, beyond this timeline, beyond this lifetime, beyond this galaxy, right? We're one, no matter where we are. And the separation proves this to us, that we're always connected. We're connected energetically. We're connected telepathically. Our love grows stronger. Us feminists, they don't talk to us. They don't speak to us. They don't send us messages. In the beginning, they don't really care about us. We love them. We love them. How could a couple of months of, travel, separation, or living in different countries can change that? I was hearing this strongly, so maybe it's part of your path. Maybe it's part of your path and your union and coming into union one day. So it's like they wanting you to prepare you for something. And union will never happen for as long as you stand strong. You don't stand strongly in your femininity, in your boundaries, in your, I know who I am. This is my mission. My mission is important, right? Being submissive to your masculine doesn't mean that he snaps and you go wherever he wants to, right? Because we have that respect. It's also I was hearing something else with this respect, but it just came to my mind. True divine masculine respects his woman. So when the moment comes that you are in union, and let's say you live in different cities or you live in different countries, right? True masculine respects that, and he claims you, just like I mentioned. He knocks on your door. Now I remember, now I know, I'm sorry, you're my woman, I'm my woman, I'm going to claim you back, I'm going to win you back, I'm going to prove to you that my actions, my words match my actions. But again, only ego has urgency. So if you have life situations that you cannot immediately start reconnecting, he has to respect that. He has to be the one that also will think about how to manage this in the physical world. Do you know what I mean? But It's important, because when a divine masculine comes back, and I find that, we always have some sort of a societal issue, and there's always something. So oftentimes we are divines, we're from different countries, we're from different cultures, we live worlds apart, right? So when the masculine returns in separation for union, and if he starts acting like, but you don't live in the same city, or you don't live in the same country, but you have to move, how are we going to do this, how are we going to manage this? It's urgency, it's ego, it's not his soul speaking. Okay, so it only means that he's not ready. And the feminine should push back, but only if you're in your virtue, in your mission, in your divine feminine strength, you will be able to push back, right? This is why in the beginning we move even if they don't ask us to, right? Which is ridiculous, completely ridiculous. So they really wanting you to I'm seeing Four of Wands in the sense of really establish yourself, your independence, your sovereignty. This is who I am, this is what I do, I trust, I follow the divine, these are my virtues, I'm not gonna cave. I know that the universe knows what's best for me. And I was hearing, we have respect and tolerance. You appreciate other points of views because you sense the love in everyone, and we have respect. With these two, I was hearing that, remember we mentioned that you may have a situation in your life that you are about to take a decision that some people might not be happy. So it may be your family, some friends and stuff like that. Remember that people who truly respect us, they respect our decisions, right? Especially when we are adults, especially when we are, already someone who, like, you're doing your healing, you're a responsible human being, you're a good, responsible adult. If someone doesn't approve of your decision and tells you how to live your life, it's because they don't respect you. It's never out of love. It's never out of love. And many times we're being tested with these things, especially when it comes to parents, because remember, for divines, there's a reason it's coming to my mind. Many times we find ourselves in situations where our parents are very religious, where our parents have different points of views, right? And as we awaken, we start to see the truth, we start to walk different paths, we take certain decisions, and those are just like, are you sure you want to do this? Is this the best choice for you? Lack of respect. And there's a huge, and I really see this in energy of people, and especially when you are a healer, energy worker, you will sense this as well. But there's a huge difference between a simple concern. So let's say you inform someone of a decision you're going to move or whatever, they like, oh, that's amazing, if you feel that's the best for you, I support you, just make sure that maybe this and that, if you need anything, let me know, right? And there is this based on fear and lack of respect reaction, like, you know what you're doing, you're going to jeopardize. And I'm hearing, especially when you want to quit your job, it may be the case. You're going to jeopardize your future. Lack of respect. Remember that. Someone who loves us and respects us, respect our decisions and is tolerant towards our life's choices. As long as we're not hurting ourselves, as long as we're not harming ourselves and not doing something completely stupid, when someone respects us and loves us, they respect our life's choices. We don't have to explain ourselves. But this is this Queen of Wands. You're stepping into this energy. I feel like you would be starting to really feel this and really stepping into this energy